Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is Monday morning. It is the start of a brand new week, and we are all jumping into this new week along with you. It is awesome starting my week right here with every one of you that check in. Our teacher for this week is Iyanla Vanzant. She is an American inspirational speaker, a lawyer, a spiritual teacher, author, life coach, and a television personality. Her life is filled with a wealth of experience from which she draws along with the teachings that she was a student to along the way. Vanzant was born on September 13, 1953 in the back of a taxi in Brooklyn, New York. Her mother died when she was just 2 years old, after which she was raised by relatives. Her first husband was physically abusive, and she eventually left him with her 3 children. I am sure that you'll enjoy her wisdom this week as much as I do, and we'll get right into her thoughts for our week ahead in a moment. Good morning, Sunmari. Good morning, Sipokazi. It is really cool jumping into the week along with you right here. Right, the first thought from Iyanla Vanzant for our week sounds like this. She says, every day is your day if you claim it. If you wait for somebody else to make it for you, then you're going to be disappointed. Each day, focus your attention on what you want. Each day, take a step toward that, bringing it closer to you. All things are possible. The key is to identify it, claim it for yourself, and believe that you are worthy to have it. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Anthony. And just to pause on that thought for a moment, she says, the key is that everything is possible. The key is to claim it, identify it, and believe that you are worthy of having it. And the truth is, we're often not really good at even identifying what it is that we want. Do you have it written down? Have you created for yourself clarity? Are you clear on what you want for your life? Because if you're not clear on what you want in your life, you'll end up saying yes to all of the things that you don't want. It's not as simple as one day sitting down and creating this clarity. It takes a process, and it becomes shaped into more and more clarity over time. But we have to sit down, put pen to paper, and write this down. What is it that you want for your life? And keep working on it often, and it'll become clearer over time. She says, instead of running from what you don't want, walk with commitment toward what it is that you desire. Focus on where you are going rather than being obsessed with where you have been. Charlene, good morning. Happy Monday. It is awesome having you here, jumping into the week along with us. The last thought from Iyanla Vanzant says, if you should encounter angry or unkind actions today, take a deep breath, reach deep within, and greet the lack of love with love. Our meditation journey today asks, who am I putting behind the wheel this week? My wounded inner child or my soul? Because when your inner child is behind the wheel, then you create from a place of fear, and instead of boldly walking toward what you want, you get caught up in the trap of running from what scares you. And we'll rehearse this during our journey today. Who am I placing behind the wheel? My wounded inner child or my soul? If you're ready, here we go. You can close your eyes and let's float away. Starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in out. A deep breath in. And out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Right now, this very moment, you're taking your body by the hand, sitting it down, and asking it to pay attention. With every breath that you consciously take, you are making the unconscious conscious. You are bringing what might be in darkness into the light. And saying, here is how we're gonna do this. You're not just breathing in and out through your nose. You're not just breathing with your lungs, which of course is the organ that does the breathing, but your full body breathing is engaging every cell in your body, so every part of you listens. With every rise and every fall. Take a look ahead in your day and make a mental note of where you have time during your day to do this again. To stop everything you're doing and bringing every cell in your body on board. With a few deep, conscious breaths. And can you look ahead at the week and make a mental note of taking a few moments during every day this week to put everything else down. For the moment, only breathe. Use your whole body as you inhale and exhale. And bring everything in your body onto the same page. Ready to face whatever the next step is. And then return to what needs to get done with a little bit more calmness and a little bit more clarity. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left. And forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Deep breath in. And as you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left and lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to for the moment, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. If you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness slowly settles into every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy. Followed by a really long, really slow exhale. next big breath as you dive deep into you. See yourself standing at the start of a new week. Your toes sticking right over the edge, and you are ready to jump in. Take your next big breath. We'll start by doing a bit of mental rehearsal for the week ahead. Try and gain some clarity on what lies ahead this week. So with your next big breath as you dive deep into you, remind yourself of what is known about the week ahead. What happens on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What is already in the calendar? See if you can form a clear picture of this. The things you need to do, the meetings you need to have, the people you need to see, the places you need to go. What needs to get done this week? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to transport yourself a week ahead to the end of the week. And when you arrive there and look back on the week, what would your checklist look like? If you had a list to go through, what are the things for which you'd like to say, I got this done, I got that done, or I made progress on this one and I got started on that one. Take yourself to the end of the week and check off the things that you'd like to get done this week. Take your next big breath. We can create from one of two places. From a place of fear or a place of freedom. And let's explore these two for a moment. What are the differences in creating from these two different places? What is your experience in creating from fear? Do you notice when what drives you, what motivates your day, are the problems you're trying to avoid? When you're creating from, and this is very human, we all have this experience. When your creating comes from the fear about what might go wrong. Have to put a roof over my head, have to put food on the table, have to pay for this and that. Take a moment to remind yourself of what it feels like to create when these are the things that loom over us. Creating with a sword hanging over your head. Take your next big breath. I want you to take a moment to remind yourself of what your inner narrative sounds like, feels like, when all of your worst fears are what drives you. What does that scared voice inside say? What are the words that it uses when it looks at the world and sees all the potential worst case scenarios? This is going to go wrong, that's going to go wrong. It never works, it will never work. What does your scared inner narrative sometimes sound like? Take your next big breath. While fear can be a valid motivator that pushes us to reach goals, it is also trying to create while looking over our shoulder, trying to run away from what we don't want. And in this way, we can only ever reach for the best version of our limited self. We can only aspire to be the best version of our scared self. I'm not asking you to get involved in a war with the scared parts, the scared voice, but to take a moment to listen to it, Understand the fear that is there. Imagine the scared voice in you as how you would listen to a child's fears. You wouldn't shut them down, you'd listen. You would let them speak to you and tell you what they're scared about. And you can do the same for the scared voice in you. But then still a decision has to be made. Is it the scared voice behind the wheel, or who are you placing behind the wheel this week? What does it feel like to create from your soul? What does it feel like to create from a place of freedom? Take a moment again to look at the week ahead and ask yourself, instead of running from what I don't want, how do I step boldly towards what I do want? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, look at your week ahead and ask yourself, what is possible this week? What opportunities are available to me this week? Take your next big breath. When we become really present and we're not turning away from whatever the moment is, then we start realizing that every moment brings opportunity. Every moment makes something available, whether we enjoy this experience or not. I want to rehearse this one more time as you look into the week ahead. And you can do this every day. Ask yourself, what is possible this week? What opportunities are available to me this week? How do I step boldly towards what I want this week? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness to settle in every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. And I'll share with you one more time the words of Iyanla Vanzant for our week ahead. Every day is your day if you claim it. If you wait for somebody else to make it for you, you are going to be disappointed. Each day, focus your attention on what you want. Each day, take one step that'll bring you closer to that. All things are possible. The key is to identify it. Write it down. Make notes of what it is that you want. Claim it for yourself and believe that you are worthy to have it. Instead of running from what you don't want, instead of creating from that place of running from what you don't want, why not walk with commitment towards what it is you desire? Focus on where you are going rather than being obsessed about where you have been. We can create by running away from what we don't want, or we can create by boldly stepping towards what we do want. Let's do this one more time, one more rehearsal. This is what I'm asking myself at the start of this week, and it's a reminder to ask myself this every day. What does this week make available to me? What possibilities, what opportunities does this week bring? Instead of running from what I don't want, how do I step boldly towards what I do want? Who am I placing behind the wheel this week? Will I let my scared inner narratives drive this week? Or am I putting my soul behind the wheel? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to listen to the scared voice in me so that I can recognize when that part of me is trying to take the wheel. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to listen kindly, with love, to the scared voice that only wants to run away from what it's scared of. Thank you for learning how to listen. Take a deep breath in. And thank you for learning how to then, after listening, not fighting, not becoming involved in a war, but after listening to the voice of fear saying, I get your warning, I can see you're trying to be helpful, and now I'll place the wheel firmly in the hands of my soul. We're not creating by looking over our shoulder. We are driving with as much clarity as possible towards what we want, towards the opportunities, towards the possibilities, towards the goals. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for starting your week along with us right here. Thank you, Charlene, and Maggie, and Jesse, good morning, and Leshna. This is our decision, this is our choice. Do we run and create by trying to run away from the trouble? Or do we firmly set our sights on what the possibilities are and take, even if they're small steps, but take those small steps boldly in the direction we want to go? Thank you, Quentin. Thank you, Sunmay. Thank you, Anthony, and whoever else might still be in the background. Have an awesome week. I trust that you will spread your wings, fly boldly into the week, and create at your highest potential. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.